Welcome back. So, today I thought I would talk about Andrew Tate, who I'm sure everyone who's watching this has heard of him. He's become very popular, especially within the last year. And at one point, he was the most Googled man on earth. Very popular, especially among young men, but there's men from all different age ranges that admire him and look up to him for the things that he says, which a lot of the things he say are true. The thing I want to talk about today, though, is if he is a good model or good influence for young men. And I would think that a lot of men would say that yes, he is, because he's said the truth about the world, or said the truths about the world that most people are not willing to say. Said the truths about relationships, about women, about being a man, about what life is like for men, for the top 1% or for the average man. And, I think, like I said, he did make very good points, and a lot of those things which he said are true. The one problem is, if you pay close attention, you've noticed that the people that follow him, the people that admire him, have become like he has a cult following now, where whatever he says and does is believed to be automatically true and the right thing to do. Which I would say, just starting off with that at first, is not a great thing, because no great man would be without faults. And even the followers of a great man should know that he does have faults. So first of all, denying that he has faults, or even trying to protect someone that you don't know, is not the best thing to do, and it's not great to show young men to do that. And the majority of the followers of Andrew Tate are defending someone they don't know. And I'm not just talking about the sex trafficking stuff. I'm talking about just him and his character. And now onto that, his character. I think that the way he lives his life does not make sense with who he's trying to talk to and the message he's trying to send. Because he said in the past that the message he's trying to send is he's trying to uplift and motivate young men to becoming the best they can be. That's what he said. So, if we take a look at his followers, who tend to be people who advocate for young men to become more traditional and to return to the traditional ways of the past. But that doesn't make much sense when you look at the way Andrew Tate lives, which is fast cars, which I like cars, so nothing wrong with that. But fast cars, lots of women, more than enough women for 1 week, more than enough women for 1 day, every day, forever, for the rest of your life. Spending tons of money all the time on useless things. Him saying that he's just spending money because it's fun. And then also being very boastful, which I get is part of his character. But here's the other thing. I like a lot of movies, and the movies I like tend to have a honorable man as the main character. And if he's not honorable in the beginning, he became honorable by the end of the movie. And those men in those movies are the type of men that you would want your sons to grow up to be. So if you're acting like he is and putting on a show for whenever he's on camera, could be for a podcast, could be for one of his videos, could be for anything. When he's putting on a show and acting, why is it that he chooses to act that way, in a very boastful, manner. Because to me, that doesn't coincide with what a great man should be, what a great man should act like. He does not seem like he has the character of a great man. So you want to have great men that are also genuine. A great man, of course, fake it till you make it. You have to act a certain way, even when you don't feel like it to a certain point, to actually get to the point where you feel that way or you act that way. But why is he constantly acting? And isn't it a little weird that the clips that people share about Andrew Tate, the parts of him that they like, are all an act? Doesn't that seem a little strange that you would like that part the most? So you're admiring a false idol is what you're doing when you're following him. And like I said, he's not a great man for that. So I don't believe that he is the model or influence for young men. And I think it's important that this is addressed, because even though he makes a lot of good points, that doesn't mean that he's a great man or that you should defend him when he literally lives in Romania. How many of you guys live in Romania? Probably none. Probably never met the guy. So it doesn't make sense to defend someone you don't know, and to admire someone you don't know, and to admire someone that puts on a facade every time he's on camera. It just doesn't make much sense. And for those reasons, I don't believe that he's actually a good model for young men, even though I do agree with a lot of things he talks about and things he says. That doesn't mean that I have to defend him. Actually, my dad said that the other day, is just because you agree with what someone says doesn't mean that they're not a bad person. I mean, I'm sure you could find things that Hitler or Stalin or Mao said that you'd agree with, but that doesn't mean you like Hitler, Stalin, or Mao. So, yeah, I think people have to watch out more and pay attention to who they admire, who they lift up, and who they defend, even when you agree with that person on certain things. But that was just a short, quick video, because I think it's important to talk about that, because I want more great men in the world today, because there's not that many. And I think it's important that we pay attention to the people we follow, the people we give our attention to and admire, and that we really try to find the true great men of today. But I hope you guys enjoy this video. Let me know if you agree or disagree, if you have anything to add, anything. And yeah, once again, thank you guys very much. We're at almost 450 subscribers, I believe, which is fantastic. So I appreciate that very much. And I hope during this upcoming year that we grow the channel quite a lot, so that a lot more men, and especially young men, can find some more men of the past to look up to, and to try to adapt some of those qualities that they had to become better men in their own lives. Because we need more great men today, that's for sure. But thank you guys very much, and I will see you guys next time.